Hi, it's me, it's Lady V. I know I have been gone for a while, but I'm back. I've been doing a lot of bullying advocacy work because I am huge on trying to put a stop on against bullying. So I am still putting my all into that. But I wanted to do a video today because I saw a video, and in a nutshell, this woman was talking about how you have to please your man if he gives you the option to, not work. Then you should, basically just do it all for him. And to show your appreciation, you shouldn't sweat him. You shouldn't call him if he's out with the fellows. You shouldn't put him on a couch. You shouldn't send him to his mama's house. Um, and basically, I wanted to touch on that briefly to say that I believe that in a relationship it is 50-50. And if you have a man and he has given you the option to work or not to work, and you've chosen to not work, I think that you have an amazing man. And I think that you should compensate him by doing, the little things that you need to do, whatever that may be. You should get up at 4 in the morning to fix him lunch. Get your ass up. you know. But for us, queens out here who do work, you know, I don't think we want to get up at 4 in the morning to fix our man lunch, But I do believe that, in a nutshell, we should cater to our men, especially if we have a really good man. And, there's so far few and in between, So if you have a really good man, you definitely should cater to your king. And if you have a really good woman, you should definitely cater to your woman. There's no ifs and ands or buts about it. Everybody should be loved. I definitely always promote self love. And I believe in that time apart. If your man is out with the fellas, he deserves that time. There is nothing, more amazing than getting, the cute text, maybe saying, I miss you, or I can't wait to see you, but don't blow his phone up. No, because that is his time and he needs that time. And the same thing for, the woman. She needs that time, to regroup and do things and pamper herself and hang out with her female friends. So blowing her phone up, no, and I'm not just, I never do the one-sided thing. I've always, on, the man side, the woman side, I always try to, you know, do, view, them both, the way that it should be. Man deserves to be loved and to feel loved, to feel needed, and the same thing for a woman. And you should still have date nights where you go out, leave the phone in the car, because lately I've seen these people that go out and they think that they're spending time with each other and they're on the phone constantly. And you're not really growing and having good conversation if you both are on the phone. So I believe that phones should be banned for date nights. And if you get into arguments and you put your man on the couch, so be it. If you send him over his mom's house, so be it. I don't promote you sending putting your man on a couch, or, you know, uh, sending him over his mother's house for minor arguments. Now, if it's something explosive like Pearl Harbor was, then yeah, I mean, you may need that time. And if you're in a relationship and you're not happy, then you both need to sit down and talk about, maybe what steps that you need to take to, fix it. Maybe be apart, and sometimes that's best, because sometimes no matter how much you try and try and try, sometimes if you're just not clicking, then sometimes it's just not gonna work. But if it's your soulmate and it's a really good man, and if you got a really good woman, it is so worth trying to fix. It is so worth it, because, like I said, it's so far few and in between that you actually have like a good, king, or that you actually have a good queen. So it's so worth putting in the effort to, try and fix it. And, women can give their man, something that the fellas can, or vice versa. Like she said, she had a few valid points. It was a few things that I didn't, agree with, you know, but all in all, teamwork makes dream work. And I believe that if you stick together and you unite and you keep the lines of communication open and you continue to love each other, and there's nothing like self-love. So you got to have that time apart, and you miss each other when you have that time apart. And if you don't miss each other when you have that time apart, then something's not right. So it's a lot of things that you may have to sit down and regroup and have to fix. But as far as, like I said, getting up at 4 in the morning and fixing your man lunch, I don't think we want to do that, but you can always fix it at night, But we need to make each other feel special. It's not one sided. It's just not all about pleasing your man. It's about pleasing each other, because that is your king and that is your queen. And if they're good to you, then they're good for you. So we need to take care of each other, and we need to love one another, because when you unite and you're a team, it just makes everything so much better, and everything's just so much stronger. So let's just concentrate on just loving each other and being there for each other. And it's nothing like that oneness, it's just nothing in the world like that. So we should cater to one another. Don't just cater to, it's not just cater to your man or just cater to your woman. It's cater to each other. The date nights, the flowers, whatever you did to get her, you need to still do it. Whatever you did to get him, you need to still do that, but we need to cater to one another, because we both need to feel loved and need to feel special. And a man needs to feel that you want him and that you're still attracted to him, because if you're not, then you need to be honest about that. And the same thing for the guys. If you're not, then you need to be honest about that with her, but yeah, just keep loving each other and supporting each other, and just being there for each other. Just listen, because sometimes a woman just needs you to just listen, and sometimes a man just needs you to just listen. Don't be argumentative. Nobody likes a person who argues all the time. It can be so frustrating when you cannot talk to your mate. So don't argue all the time. Just try to listen. And if there's some stuff that you feel like you need to work on, because a lot of people need to work on their listening skills. So if you need to work on your listening skills, work on them. But just try and be a better mate for each other. You have to find ways to improve yourself, so that you can be better for one another if you're going to stick together. And if, like I said, if you got a good king, don't let him go, because there's a lot of women out here who would like to have him. And the same thing for your queen. If you got a good queen, be good to her, treat her right, because there's a lot of guys out here who is wishing for what you have. And just be good to one another. Don't sweat each other. Don't blow each other's phones up. Don't do any of that stuff. Make time for each other. Make time for one another. You have to make time, because that's important. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on a few things. I know I've been gone a while. Like I said, I've been doing my bullying advocacy work. But I seen that the video, and I just wanted to touch on a few things that she had, talked about. So I still check my messages. I am still out here, and guys, we just need to be careful out here, because it is so much stuff going on out here, and stuff just happening for no reason. And we need to love one another, and we need to love ourselves, and we just need to be there for each other. And we need to be aware. So be aware, and just keep doing what you're doing, and being a good queen and being a good king. And like I said, if you want to leave me a message in my comment box, I check them all the time. I have a relationship site that I am really happy about. So yeah, I still check it. So if you want to leave me a comment, just leave me a comment. But until then, just be good to each other. And if you have somebody that's really special and that you just love more than anything in this world, and they feel the same way about you, then fight for that. Don't let that go. Don't let anybody get in between that. Don't let anybody come before, your mate. It's just so many people that just try to get in the way of your relationship, that you have to be aware of that, and you have to, fight for each other, because you're better when you're together than you're apart. So, you know, I just wanted to tell you guys that, and just be good, be safe, and Lady V is out. Peace, my kings. Peace, my queens. Bye.